Learning to ride is incredibly exciting. It's completely normal to have a few nerves, but it needn't be nerve-wracking. And knowing these few things can really help avoid common mistakes riders make when they're learning to ride. You'll arrive at the riding school for your early lessons and be fitted with an appropriate riding hat. Wearing leggings or joggers is fine, and you'll need boots that are narrow enough to fit in the stirrup without getting stuck and have a small heel. The instructor or groom will likely have got the horse tacked up and will bring them over for you to ride. You'll most likely start by getting on with the help of a mounting block rather than from the ground. This makes it easier to get on and also helps protect the horse's back. To get on, the horse will be next to you at the mounting block. You then want to put your left foot in the stirrup. You swing your right leg over and land gently on your horse's back. When you're sitting there in the saddle, you'll feel that the right stirrup is near your right foot. You want to put your foot in it. It's completely normal that your stirrups might not be quite at the length you want them to be, but you want your feet in your pedals before you start adjusting them. In case the horse moves off, you want to be able to have your stirrups there for security. Then you can adjust your stirrups, make sure they feel comfy, and you're ready to go. When it's time to get off, you want to take both feet out the stirrups before you start to dismount. It's a really common mistake to see beginners take their right foot out the stirrup but forget to take their left foot out. But this means that when you get off, you'll end up with one foot right up there. Firstly, it's uncomfortable, but secondly, and most importantly, it's really dangerous because if the horse moves off and you've still got one foot in the stirrup there, that's not a good position to be in. The reins are part of a horse's bridle. They are the straps that you hold that connect to the bit in the horse's mouth. They're one of the aids that you'll use when you're asking a horse to stop or to turn. Your trainer will ask you to sit up straight and hold on to your reins, but you don't want to be gripping them for dear life or at all costs. One of the reasons for this is because if your horse does snatch his head forwards, he'll either take the reins out of your hands or he'll pull you over his head with them. Until you develop the core strength you need, hold on to the reins, but react as necessary if the horse snatches them. Heels down is probably one of the most common phrases heard in a riding school, but there's a good reason for that. It's all about being in a secure and safe position in the saddle. You want ideally to have a straight line going from your ear to your hip to your heel in order to keep that position. If your heels start to rise up, then your toes will be pointing down and you'll lose that security. So that's why people will always be saying heels down. You need to keep the treads of the stirrups on the balls of your feet. If you let your foot slip further through the stirrup, you'll be losing the balance in rising trot, and you will also be risking a safety issue if your foot becomes stuck in the stirrup. Don't grip with your legs. Finding balance is what's going to keep you in the saddle, and for that, you need an independent seat and a good strong core. Gripping onto the horse's sides with your legs is not going to help you stay in the saddle, and what's worse is that you might accidentally be giving him aids to move forwards and to go faster, which is probably not what you're after at this stage. Don't hold on to your horse's mouth with your reins. Like I said, it's going to be your balance that keeps you in your saddle, not your legs, not your hands. And what's worse is this will be uncomfortable for your horse, and you'll be giving him mixed signals because he might think you're asking him to halt. Similar to that previous point, don't ever use the reins to jab your horse in the mouth. You're aiming for a soft, consistent contact, and you'll achieve that by having soft arms and your elbows bent. You will need to increase the contact on the horse's mouth to show him where to turn, or to slow the pace, or to stop, but this should always be done gently and gradually and never with a sock in the teeth. Sit up. This is probably heard as often as heels down in a riding school, and that's because novices have a tendency to either lean back as if in an armchair or to tense their shoulders up and lean forwards. You want to imagine a string is pulling the top of your head up towards the sky. This will give you the best chance to find balance in the saddle. As you progress, you will learn how to use your upper body position in relation to your horse's speed, but you don't want to be doing that from the beginning. So those are 9 beginner horse riding mistakes to avoid. I hope that's been useful. Don't forget to like and to subscribe for more content.